legitimate police investigation or racism? For years, police have carded people or asked for identification without charging them with a crime. Some research has shown young black men are disproportionately targeted by this practice. In June, the province announced a review. Tonight, they're in Ottawa looking at rules around when police can ask for personal information. Right now, it's not spelled out. The rights of those people who are stopped and asked for ID, and rules around how police collect the data and retain it, a very sensitive part of this consultation. CTV's Annie Bergeron-Oliver is live at Carleton University, where the consultation has just wrapped up. Annie.
Well, Graham, there were about 30 people who were here today, and that included Chief Bordelot as well as Minister Yasser Naqvi. Now, this is the first of 5 public consultations on street checks and on carding that the province of Ontario is doing. They have launched a practice to look into this practice of street checking to see if they can regulate it. They want to standardize the practice. As Minister Naqvi said to this group of people, the practice really varies depending on which police department you're talking about, so they want to try to standardize that. Now, this issue is very controversial. If you talk to Ottawa Police, they say that it is a very important enforcement tool that helps them prevent and both solve crimes. They also say it is not a random practice, but rather they do these checks, they get information from people, they ask for identification and talk to them only if they suspect criminal activity. This is what the police had to say today, as well as Minister Naqvi.
Different police services use street check for different reasons, and so that's why we welcome this review, and we welcome a strict definition of what they are, so that there is a standard across the province, so that whether you're in Ottawa, Toronto, Niagara, the community knows what a street check is, and the policing community knows what a street check is as well.
We have zero tolerance when it comes to any kind of racial profiling or discrimination. There were some serious concerns and allegations were raised, primarily in the context of Toronto, that people were being racially profiled based on the color of their skin or ethnicity. That's a serious issue. We need to make sure that all our policing actions are guided by the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms.
The very first question that participants were asked today was they were asked to define street check and carding. And it's very interesting, sitting in at the tables, every single person had a different definition. And that was the main thing that people said. The participants said, I want a definition. What is street check? I want a stronger definition. They also said they want to know what suspicious behavior is. They wanted a definition. They wanted to know what criminal activity was. And they wanted to know how long their information was going to be held. Here is what some participants had to say.
I think the issue comes when there's been report from the community that some individuals that are, legitimately, professionals that are not involved in any criminal activities feel like they get, stopped or pulled over or questions for no reason at all.
I studied criminology, so I'm always interested to see how the police, is dealing with the community. So it's basically for me to have a better understanding to make sure that people will actually understand their rights, what it's all about. So it's really, also, I really welcome the feedback that we get.
Well, the minister said he hopes to have draft regulations in place by the fall. Graham?
CTV's Annie Bergeron-Oliver live from Carleton tonight. Thanks.